Hey, so what is going on, everyone? It is me, Mr. Mario, and today I'm going to be bringing you a review of something, a type of media I've never covered before. Now, this is essentially a podcast, but it's so much more than a podcast. It's pretty much a radio show. That is the best way to explain it. And today I'm going to be reviewing Hunt the Truth. So, of course, for copyright and all that, I don't think it would be that bad, but I don't really want to take chances. I'm not going to be having any clips of it right here, so it's just going to be gameplay, but I'm going to be at least talking about my overview, my review of this series. Now, first off, I had never listened to radio show. I do listen to podcasts, a bit when I can. Actually, this year, I really got into audiobooks because it was one thing, I hadn't read leisurely for such a long time. And my thing was, well, I can't drive and read, or I can't, do something else and read at the same time. So audiobooks have really filled that gap, and I'll say it's worked because my logic was if I can listen to random commentators and podcasters on YouTube and all that for hours, I can listen to a damn book, and I've finished so many books this year. It's great. But because of that, I've been more open to a few other things, and I heard about Hunt the Truth, I believe, from the Xbox One subreddit. This was right when episode 11 came out, and this was a weekly series, I believe. It might have even been happening twice a week, but the last episodes ended up being released on June 14th, so the day before E3. And trust me, it was supposed to sync up like that pretty properly, so I could see how it was. But first off, I want to say the voice cast on here is amazing. Some of the people, for example, the main character, his name is Benjamin Giroux. He's played by Keegan-Michael Key. People might know him from Key and Peele. Let's see, I'm just reading down the list right here for familiar names I see. Tara Strong is in there. Jennifer Hale. Who was the other person? Steve Bloom is in there. Steve Bloom, easily one of my favorite, if not my favorite voice actor for any type of thing. So they did a really good job on this. I should probably also talk about what it's about as well. And I just realized that for people who might be lost on here. Essentially, this does tie in with Halo 5. It is kind of to gear you up for Halo 5. Now, it is not required to listen to, and I'm going to explain that here in a bit. It's not required at all. But essentially, if you don't know, Halo 5 is going to be this whole, is Master Chief a traitor, or is he really a savior of humanity and all that? Like, his savior of humanity-ness, I guess I could say, is put on the line, and people are trying to show him as a traitor. So essentially what happens is Benjamin Giroux is this journalist who starts going out and he's interviewing people for the Hunt the Truth story, trying to figure out Chief's background and all that, and he's getting some really good details. But then all the conspiracy theories start coming out, and people think, that these guys are crazy and these are all these other things, but then they start making sense. Then things aren't lining into place as well as they should be. Then there's holes in everything. And you start questioning every little bit in this show. Now, each episode lasts anywhere from, I want to say, 10 to 20 minutes. There's going to be, including episode 0, there are 14 episodes, so it goes from 0 to 13. Episode 0 is about 5 minutes or so. But this is a real enticing listen that can just draw you in. Now, you could even accidentally listen to this all in one go. I nearly did a few times. And the whole total is about 4 hours or so. But I guarantee, it was done so well that if you just have this playing on some speakers and, for example, your parents or your roommate or whatever is in the next room, they'll think that you're watching a TV show. They did an excellent job with everything. And this has gotten me excited for Halo 5. It hasn't been the beta. It hasn't been any gameplay footage that's gotten out, any details that have leaked out or anything like that. Hunt the Truth right here by itself has gotten me excited for Halo 5. I've also recommended it to several friends who many people didn't even know this was a thing. Many people have not heard about it. And there's going to be a link down below in the description where you can listen to the entire thing for free on SoundCloud because that's how it's been released. But man, they did such a good job with it, and I'm beyond impressed with this right here. This is something where I haven't even seen this type of, because essentially it is, advertising at the end, but I haven't seen this style of advertising, this niche style really done. Bringing back a radio show to hype people up for something. I really have not seen this done before with any other type of games media. And there's been even other things that I'm sure they've done radio show type things like this, or they do, some type of subliminal message campaign of some kind. But man, they did they killed it with this. They really did. Now, here's the big forewarning I want to drop to you all, okay? As I said, it's not required to listen to if you watch, if you're going into Halo 5. And the big reason for that is, yes, it does improve upon the story. But get this, because this is straight up just kind of a mindfuck to me. I know just as much about the story after listening to all the episodes as I did before listening to all the episodes. So if you have never heard of Hunt the Truth until now, you know just as much as I do about the story. Now, a lot of people might be asking, okay, how is that possible? Or is this even worth my time? Trust me, if you have the time, if you want something to listen to while you're multitasking, while you're like driving around, cleaning your house, working out, whatever it is, Hunt the Truth is awesome. In fact, I just recommend just listen to like episode 0 and 1 and see if it's your thing. And you're going to see if you like it, you're just going to start binge listening all the rest of the episodes. But trust me, once you get to the end, with all the twists and turns that happen, you're going to be as clueless at the end as you are at the beginning. And honestly, it is just such a great feeling at the same time because there hasn't been any other medium that has pulled that on me. The only thing close I can think of is one of my best friends said that to me about Attack on Titan, and he was telling me, I marathoned the whole thing, I watched it, I loved every bit of it, and I had not seen it, and he said, you know what, I'm going to tell you this right now, you in your position, who you have not seen any of Attack on Titan, you know just as much as me right now. Like, we are in the same boat. And I was just like, how is that possible? He's like, I'm not telling you how it's possible. You got to watch. And here's the thing. I've said it in an episode of Mod Chat, but I'm sure Mod Chat Plus specifically, but I'm sure a lot of people have not listened to it, but I didn't like Attack on Titan. I wasn't a fan of Attack on Titan. I got maybe 6-7 episodes deep. I wasn't feeling it. I stopped watching it. But I do have that feeling with Hunt the Truth right here. As I said, it's free. Even if you don't like Halo, I highly recommend at least checking it out. There were a lot of people who don't even like Halo, don't even follow Halo, and they thought it was a very enticing, very well done, very interesting series. I can't say enough about it. In fact, I'm probably going to re-listen to all this before Halo 5 comes out at one point. And this doesn't even count, all the other secrets they found, through spectrograms, I want to say that's how you call it, of the audio files themselves. I haven't even listened to the Jerome messages or anything like that. I've only listened to Hunt the Truth, but wow. As I said, I've never gotten this feeling from somewhere else where I feel like I know just as much at the end as I knew going into it at the beginning. Anyways, this is Mr. Mario signing off. Thank you all for watching, everyone. As I said, there's going to be a link down below for Hunt the Truth in the description, but honestly, if I give it a review, I'll say it's free, and I think it's very well worth your time, and if you're still unsure about it, listen to episode 0 and 1. That's going to be like less than 30 minutes of your time. If you don't like it, don't listen to it, but if you do like it, you're going to get hooked on it. Anyways, signing off for real this time. Later, everyone.